Growing up, I played exclusively on console. I learned this the inside out of controller to maximize my gameplay. After getting tired of the limitation of console play, I decided to switch to PC gaming, which was an awesome decision, by the way. I still remember how awkward it was to play on mouse and keyboard. It felt so unnatural, being used to controller for so long. At this point, I have like 2 years of experience on keyboard and mouse. By no means I'm a professional gamer, but I do think I've climbed the competitive ladder on several FPS games, mainly Call of Duty. I'm here to give you a few points to get started on your PC journey. In total, I got 10 points for you guys. I got 1, memorizing keyboard placement. 2, aim with your elbow, not with your wrist. It's okay to aim with your wrist, obviously, but not only with your wrist. Adjust your mouse settings. 4, with a slower paced game. Start with a slower paced game. 5, keep your settings consistent game to game. 6, warm up with aim practice. 7, find an aiming style that suits you. 8, center your screen. 9, get a gaming mouse. 10, get a gaming keyboard. So we're starting off with number 1, memorizing keyboard finger placement. While saying memorize the keys might seem a bit obvious when switching over from console gaming, you feel like you are a fish out of water at first. Learning where exactly your fingers go will gain you confidence that you are pressing the correct keys. It also will help you find your bearings when you reach for keys further away. I always feel for the little bump on the F key before I place my finger on WASD. Keys such as WASD will be easier to learn, but then reaching for further keys becomes more of a challenge. You want to establish this muscle memory as much as you want, so you don't need to look at your keyboard while being in a gunfight. Being on a keyboard also gives you the advantage to be able to bind your keys to a certain key. Taking advantage of this feature to the most of your ability, because it is actually a pretty good advantage to have on keyboard. While obviously the controller player has aim assist, which might be even better advantage, but yeah, we mouse and keyboard players, we like to do everything by ourselves, right? Number 2, we are pushing through this because I don't like to watch long ass videos. I'm not gonna make long ass videos. 2, aim with your elbow and not only with your wrist. When gaming with a mouse, you first make that small movements with your wrist, little micro adjustments, which is okay. And most of the people start on like a very high sense because they see them. The big YouTubers flicking left and right, and I want to become like another aiming, hacking, symfuhny kind of guy. No. Start with some lower sense. Get used to that. Aim with your elbow, aim with your arm, aim with your wrist, aim with your fingers, aim with everything. If you only gonna aim with your wrist, why would you even do that? You already have no aim assist. Aiming with your wrist is gonna give you less control, and while you can aim with your entire arm. So don't be stupid, don't be stubborn, just use your entire arm to aim. Number 3, adjust your mouse settings. Your sense is not the sense Strahfe is using. Even though it's your favorite content creator to watch, his sense might not be your sense. You might like it, but it might not be able to suit you properly. Like your arm is a little bit thicker, thinner. You are more like a fast sense player, you're more like a slow sense player. Just pick up the pace on a sense, which sense you do prefer. I like to go to a lower sense, but right now I'm on, for me, a very high sense, because I do like it right now. Maybe in 2 months or 1 month or tomorrow I'm going back to another sense. It is just a preference. Number 4, start with a slow paced game. well, Call of Duty might not be like the best environment to play on, but it also can be. You have a lot of gunfights, especially in multiplayer, and it is somewhat quick. Depends how you play, depends on how SBMM is putting you out, but it can be useful to play a lot of multiplayer or against a lot of bots. What is also very important to do is play a lot of 1v1s. Get a friend, play against him, because aim is just one thing in the game. You gotta get the movement down, you gotta get the precision down, you gotta get the rotations down, you gotta get there's so much more than only a lot of people would like say go to CSGO. I don't want that, and I don't want you to do it, because that's a pretty slow ass game, because it's not really about, it is about aiming, but it's just like predictioning. It's just like it's, I feel like go to Overwatch, Call of Duty, maybe here and there some Apex. You got a deathmatch kind of game mode, which is okay. Just find yourself a game where you get in a lot of gunfights, and I feel like you're gaining the most with gunfights and reactive tracking. Number 5, keep your settings consistent game to game. Which means if you're playing like Overwatch and Call of Duty, switching between those games is obviously alright. You can play whatever you want, but don't switch sense every other game. So Call of Duty might have like a 6th sense, and the sense in CSGO might be a little bit different, but you want everything to get to become to the same sense every time. So Call of Duty might be 6, CSGO might be 8, but it is the same sense on Call of Duty. I will link you guys a aim converter in the comment section down below or in the description, so you can sort your sense out in any other game. Number 6, warm up with aim training. Warm with aim training is it's okay. I won't spend like more than 10 to 15 minutes just to warm it up. Warming up is, you can do it in multiple ways. You can go aim labs, you can just get yourself into multiplayer, you can play against bots and then go full out in rank play or in Warzone or whatever the case might be. Warming up is just a warming up. It's not gonna make you any better. It is just to get your feel back into the gaming scene, like you do with sports, like you do with tennis, like you do with football, like you do with boxing. You gotta do a warming up to get yourself going in a way you want to go, if that makes any sense. Okay, number 7, find an aiming style that suits you. So you got like different grips on your mouse. I'm not a scientist or whatever, but I would say hold the mouse how you want to hold it. Damn, that was beautiful. You got people like they love to track. You got people who love flicking. Personally, I like to be the one who's tracking. I think that's one of my strong points on mouse keyboard. And while that being said, I think that is one of the main reasons why I can hold up with some controller players, and why I have like a 4 KD on Warzone and a almost 3 KD in multiplayer because of the tracking. Flicking is okay, it's nice, but it's more like for the CSGO type stuff. If you need to flick every time, that means your centering is not good. So yeah, nice, good for you. You might be good at flicking, but get your tracking up there as well. I need to still improve my flicking, because my flicking is like 10 points under my tracking, so I still need to improve on that. You want everything to be equal throughout your entire like gameplay. Okay, 8, get your center your screen. It's important. If your screen is like way above your head, not in the middle of your eyesight, it's gonna fuck up your aim. If your screen is more to the left, more to the right, you don't need to be exactly in the middle of your screen, but it needs to be on a good spot. That one is way obvious, but still, you know. 9, get a gaming mouse. That's very obvious. What I personally look for in a gaming mouse is light, a few extra buttons, DPI adjustments, and a comfortable shape. That one is preference. A Logitech G Pro wireless or wired is always a good option. And then the last 110, obviously get a gaming keyboard. You can get a wired one with fast polling rate, powerful software, firmware, RGB lighting. It's just whatever, but get a gaming one since you are a gamer. So there you go. That was 10 tips for you to get better on keyboard and mouse while switching over from console. At first might be a little bit, not rewarding at all, but trust me, you will get there. It's gonna take a while. It's not gonna be like in 1 month you get everything down. Trust me, 6 months to a year, and then you might not even be on your console level, but trust me, you will be getting there. Trust yourself. And all the guys you see on YouTube, they have so much experience and they do this for work, so obviously they're gonna be better than you. Put in the work, see where you end in like 6 months or to a year, and go further from that part. If you don't like it, obviously switch back, but trust me, keyboard and mouse is the way to go for most of the games. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy it, drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.